Hello, this is Michelle again with another unboxing. Today we're going to unbox the Wonderswan Color. So this is it here, and the front, and the back with its pictures of the game, and so on. So a little bit about the Wonderswan Color. It was made by Bandai about 2 years, or 1 or 2 years before the Game Boy Advance. The lead developer of the Game Boy, the original Game Boy, Gunpei Yokoi, who was also famous for Metroid and some other things, left Nintendo after the Virtual Boy and went to Bandai to make this system. They first started with the Wonderswan, which was black and white, and then the Wonderswan Color. And it's an odd system. So let's go ahead and open it up here, and I'll show you. So Bandai came up with a marketing strategy, which was a partnership with Square Enix, Squaresoft at the time, in which they would release some of their earlier games on this system to try and sell the system. This was actually a fairly budget system. It only cost about 6,000 yen, I think. Which is, quite inexpensive, even by today's standards. Came well underneath the price of the Game Boy Advance, and for good reason. It is a budget system. You do get what you pay for with it. So the Wonderswan Color was a bit of an upgrade over the original Wonderswan, and as you can see, it's kind of an odd-looking system for a couple reasons. Go ahead and take it out here and I'll show you. This box is a little bit beat up, so I actually got it for less than the 6,000 yen it originally cost. I'm remembering that it was 6,000 yen, I think. So here is the battery cover on the back. Pop that off there and put in our battery. Takes one AA battery. I could not tell you what the battery life is, because honestly, I haven't played it that long. Put the battery in, you hit the lock switch, that locks it in place, so you cannot lose this battery cover, which is kind of handy actually, considering how many Game Boy battery covers are missing. So, there's our system, and now we'll pull out the game. So here we have the instruction manual, which is, looks like a Game Boy instruction manual, and our feedback card. Aha, feedback. That's the word I've been looking for these past 8 videos. Okay. And here is the game. There's some nice artwork. Open it up. And we have a lot of other things inside. So, another feedback card. Information about cleaning. Please buy all of our other games. Not very many games were released for this. A handful, I would say. I mean, a decent amount, but not tons and tons like the Game Boy Advance. And the instruction manual has some nice artwork in it. And, pictures of sprites and things like that. Okay. And here is the game. This is the case they come in. They're very odd in that the connectors are completely exposed, which does make cleaning a little easier, but it makes you a little bit nervous. Let's go ahead and put this in here, like that, and turn it on. And we'll go ahead and turn the sound down on the Famicom here, so you can hear this. The first thing that you may notice is that this is completely impossible to see. I'm not sure if you can see it at all. You can hear the sound quality is not as good either. So one of the reasons that this system is odd is because you see these buttons here and these buttons here. This system was designed to be played both straight up and sideways, and some games actually use that. So that these become the directional buttons and these become the action buttons. But not this one. In this game, these buttons function roughly the same as the L and R triggers do in the Game Boy Advance version. This game was actually the basis, the core of the Game Boy Advance version. It was basically ported from this. So I'll load up a save here. And I'm not sure if you can see that at all. Basically, you have to be standing about 2 meters away from the sun to actually see this thing. So it's portable in the day. And that's about it, and only if you're outside. If you're anywhere else, forget it. You can stand directly under a light and you can sort of see it. So this is the Wonderswan Color. There was a crystal version released later that is much more valuable and has a slightly better to see screen. But honestly, it's still not worth it to me. But as someone who has collected as many possible versions of Final Fantasy I as I can, it's worthwhile in that. But it's worth very little less as anything but just a random oddity to me. So that's it, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.